Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, JC, and welcome back to my channel once again. I just got through going to the beach, actually, so I'm pretty tired, but I want to get a video out to you guys today, and this video is actually going to be a sort of opposite video to the one I did a couple of days ago, which that one was basically called 3 things I want to happen in DLC 3, and this video is 3 things I don't want to happen in the next map, like at all. These are my top 3 things that I do not want to see in DLC 3 at the utmost importance. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first thing that I think is pretty high on this list and is definitely very, very important for the next DLC is I feel like a lot of people thought Zetsubou no Shima was really, really tedious. I personally don't think the map is that tedious as some people are saying. You guys already heard my thoughts on that. I think a lot of the stuff you can do in the map, you can do without holding a crawler. You can actually do while you're playing and fighting through the rounds. But I think the safest bet for Treyarch is in the next DLC to make the map have an easier setup. So I think one of the main things Treyarch needs to do is not have a long setup time in terms of just playing the map and getting what you want. So upgrading the Wonder Weapon, all this sort of stuff, it shouldn't take that long as it does in Zetsubou no Shima. I will admit that. There's a lot of things that, you know, this map takes a very, very long time to do. You can't just go and pack-a-punch your weapon instantly. You have to go get a lot of points, get a lot of things open to get the pack-a-punch. That's probably one of the faults of the map, I would say, is that it's not really easy to just pack-a-punch your weapon and fight zombies if a lot of people are wanting to do that. And I think the safest bet for Treyarch, like I've said before, is in the next DLC to please don't do this. Make a map that's more accessible, has more things right from the get-go. I really did like how in Horizon Direct the pack-a-punch machine was really, really easy to get to. I think we need to have that again in the next map. And just overall, I think a long setup should not be in the next map at all. The second major thing, and I know a lot of you guys are probably going to disagree with me on this one, but I do not want to see 4 wonder weapons that every single player gets in the game, and it's basically handed to them. There is that certain level of, okay, we need to give the players more access to the fun things in the map, but I feel like Horizon Direct was a little too easy. I feel like it literally handed you these weapons, and it just handed everybody in the game 4 wonder weapons right from the get-go, and just overall that made the map lose a lot of replayability, because if you're guaranteed to have the wonder weapon every single game, there's not really that randomness factor. It doesn't really play a part, and I really want the next DLC to have just 1 wonder weapon, and I really hope it's in the box. That's my true dream. I know they'll never do it at this point, but I just don't want to see 4 wonder weapons that all the players get. Save that for DLC 4. Let that be the epic thing in DLC 4, but I don't want to see that right now in DLC 3. I really did like how Zetsubou no Shima did it, except the problem with Zetsubou no Shima is you still are basically given the wonder weapon, and I don't know why. I don't know why you're basically given the wonder weapon right from the get-go. You know what parts you need for the wonder weapon, you know what you're going to do to get it, and it just kind of, you know, it makes the map not as replayable because you know exactly what you're going to do when you're setting up your game. When you're trying to get the best weapons you can, you're going to get the wonder weapon no matter what, and that is a fault of the map. Now, I did like how Zetsubou no Shima wasn't 4 wonder weapons where everyone had one. I really did like that, and I really hope that the next map just sticks with 1 like Zetsubou no Shima and carries on that tradition. I just don't really want to see 4 wonder weapons again in a map, at least until DLC 4. DLC 4, I'll give you a pass on that because that's the last map. Now, the final and most important thing that I don't want to see in the next map is I don't want to see recycled systems. And what do I mean by this? Basically, if you played Horizon Direct, the dragon system and how they work is exactly like the Mob of the Dead dog system, and I don't know why this was just copied and pasted from Mob of the Dead. It seemed kind of lazy to me. I don't know why they just copied that system over without creating anything new to get the bow, and just at the end of the day, it really destroyed that mysteriousness and discovery of playing Horizon Direct, because I knew right from the beginning that I'm just gonna have to feed the dragons just like how I did, you know, back in Mob of the Dead. So I don't know why they copy and paste a lot of systems like that. I know in a lot of ways it's really cool to have some systems return, but I would really love it if we get a lot of new systems, things we haven't seen before. And I know that's a really, really hard thing to do, but I feel like that needs to happen. They need to put their creative minds to the test. I know they can do it. Treyarch, you are awesome. You can do it. Just come up with some new way to get stuff. Come up with some new thing in the map that's different. We don't want a freaking bus, okay? We don't want to have a random bus that's exactly copied from Transit. We don't want to have a soul box or soul chest that works exactly the same way as Origins. Let those maps be awesome in their own right. Let those systems be unique for all those maps. Don't just copy and paste them to every single new map you make. I know Der Eisendrache is sort of like a culmination of all the systems we've seen in Zombies. It had pretty much everything I can even think of with Zombies, and the Wonder Weapon system itself was basically the origin system, but I would just really like it if this next map feels fresh with new takes on things and new systems and new gameplay elements at the end of the day. And without a doubt, there's definitely a risk there, because if you look at Zetsubou no Shima, a lot of people hate the new system that was on the map, watering plants. Then again, it was watering plants. Like, I feel like you would understand that people probably find that tedious a little bit, but at the end of the day though, some systems aren't going to be regarded as the best thing ever, and sometimes you're just gonna have to try new things and take risks to find new things that are awesome and successful. And at the end of the day, like I said before, I just want to see something fresh. I just want to see something new in the next map, because we're hitting the end of the road here in Black Ops 3, and I just really hope this next map is awesome and has a bunch of new takes on things, and I'm just really excited for the map in general, guys. And those are my 3 things I don't want to see happen in the next map. I don't want to see a long setup. I don't want to see 4 wonder weapons that everybody gets every single game. And I don't want to see all these recycled systems that just keep on happening, like the freaking Origins wonder weapon system, the freaking soul chest system, the freaking dog system / dragon system. But again, this is all just my opinion, and what I want you guys to tell me in the comments below is, what do you not want to see in the next map? There's got to be something you do not want to see happen at all in the next map. You guys know I'll read the comments, and once again, thank you guys so much for 35,000 subscribers on this channel. It's just been absolutely unbelievable, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good one.